The Wally Show podcast is our daily radio show heard live through the WayFM app each morning and hosted by Wally, Gavin, and me, Betty Rock. For more fun, be sure to connect with us at wayfm.com/Wally.
The Wally Show podcast is brought to you by Colorado Christian University Online, where you can earn a degree online just like Betty Rock. You can learn more at ccu.edu/Wally. She's the smartest girl on the show.
I have a question.
It's News-ish with Betty Rock on The Wally Show.
Imagine waking up Christmas morning and underneath the tree is a turtle.
Yay!
That was the case for Caitlin Doran, who at 7 years old, she asked Santa for an African tortoise.
Oh, wow.
And she was given that tortoise.
And he came through. Wow.
Yeah, he came through. She was given the responsibility. And at the time, he was the size of a credit card. She named him Tiptoe, which I think is a really cute name.
That is a cute name because they kind of walk on their tiptoes. And he, I like turtles. I think they're cool, and tortoises, and same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I had one, and someone gave us, and it didn't make it. I was so sad.
Really? It was an African tortoise too?
No, it was this little turtle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, good news is Tiptoe is doing just fine. Fast forward a few years, and Caitlin and Tiptoe are still the best of friends. Tiptoe just celebrated his 22nd birthday, and he is now up to 175 pounds.
That's crazy. My turtle made it 2 days. I'm not lying either.
I think the first problem was giving that tortoise to you.
No, I had a great home for it and everything. I got a bum turtle. I really did.
Okay. Well, Tiptoe, he's got it made. He's got his own little wooden lodge that he lives in. It's got little blinking lights and his name written on it, which is so cute. He gets regular cabbage and lettuce and
How
carrots.
big is he now?
He's 175 pounds.
Oh.
He's big.
That's like a person.
What? He's a lot bigger than Caitlin. He weighs more than Caitlin. Yeah.
That was a cute pet, but now that's a zoo animal.
Well, and supposedly African tortoises can live up to 100 years. So there's a chance that Caitlin will have to figure out what to do with Tiptoe throughout her whole lifetime.
Oh my gosh.
And just recently there was a tortoise that it's also an African tortoise. It celebrated its 191st
I love
birthday.
pets. I love pets. I do. I love my cats. I always have. But I know that they all have an expiration date that is going to be before me. And I kind of like that. Like having to have one pet your entire life that you have to then plan for you put it in your will to somebody.
I think it's precious.
Oh my goodness,
Little
that's a lot.
Tiptoe. And she could pass it on to her grandkids.
I guess.
Tiptoe will just live on through the family. I think it's so sweet.
It's not an easy animal to pass on either. They're heavy and...
But you don't have to walk him.
That's true. Yeah, there are some upsides for sure. I think around this time of year, because Santa brought him, a lot of dog shelters and things like that, they won't sell you dogs during Christmas sometimes.
Really?
Because people get caught up in the moment, or they'll ask you a bunch of extra questions because you're like, oh, I want to get this for my kids for Christmas and it's going to be so much fun. And then you don't realize all the work like this tortoise for 100 years.
Right. Well, I think they should do the same for the chicks and the ducks during Easter. Tractor Supply always has those available. And then you're like, well, what do we do with it?
I've had to have police escort my wife out of a Tractor Supply when the chicks were in there, so I totally get that. Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show. It's time for One Word Weekend, where you give us one word and we'll try to guess what happened on your weekend. To give you an idea of how this goes, my one word weekend is whiplash. Ooh, whiplash. I was traveling this weekend and had a very whirlwind of a weekend, so whiplash.
Whiplash. I think that you were on a flight and someone did something that you were just like, who does that? Something I don't know. I can't
Acting the fool on a plane.
Yeah, and you whipped your head back and you got whiplash.
Could happen.
And called him out.
It almost happened like that. This
Really?
isn't it, but
Drama?
no. We were getting on a Southwest flight and we are trying to sit down real quick, and trying to sit next to my wife, and we were in the B group. And I saw the first thing with two seats together because it was a crowded flight, and I grabbed it, and there were more behind it.
Yeah.
But I just saw the first one.
Yeah.
I should have never taken that.
Why?
The baby right in front of us. I didn't see it.
Geez.
I think the mother was hiding the child. I do. I really do. Like, keeps it under wraps, and then all of a sudden I sit down like, boom, crying baby. Sucker. But I could have whiplashed on that, but I didn't. My wife would have, like, wham, like, what is wrong with you? I'm sorry, I panicked. That's not it. Gavin.
That was a great story.
Thank you.
I think because your weekend did feature a water park.
Yes, it did.
I believe that you were on one of those, wave rider.
Yes.
What are they called? Like when
Flow
you're
rider.
Flow rider. I think
Yes.
you were on one of those and experienced whiplash in like a total wipeout moment.
You are 100% right.
Oh, no way.
My neck is so sore right now.
Really?
I fell on my neck so hard and got launched back over the
Wait,
thing.
what is the thing that
It's like a standing wave, and you surf on
Like
it, basically.
simulates it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I went a couple times, and my neck is so sore today. It's not even funny.
Really?
Yes. And the worst part was my wife shot video of me doing this.
Oh.
And she didn't get like the bad wipeout.
She had one job.
Thank you for your guys' concern. That's fantastic.
You're fine.
But what she did do is make me want to seek out some AI help, some artificial intelligence, to put a shirt on me. As I watch this video, which I will not be posting,
No,
I'm like,
come on.
I'm like, oh my goodness, I need some AI help. Just put a shirt on it. Like a friend would have said, hey, you might, because I didn't want to be cold when I got out. And so in the future, I'm bringing 2 shirts. That's what I learned. 2 shirts is what I learned from the water park. All right. So what is your one-word weekend? We'll take your story now. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. What do you got? Haircut, okay. I am going to say that you did not go get a haircut, but maybe one of your kids tried to cut your other kid's hair. Kids do that for some reason.
Why?
I don't know why. My sisters have done it. I did it. Like, kids just like to cut hair for some reason. Am I correct, Robin?
No.
Okay, Betty
Okay,
Rock.
I think that you have one of those labradoodles, like one of those that needs constant maintaining because their hair just gets out of control. And you took them to the groomer and you showed them a picture of what you wanted your dog to look like. You got it back and it looked like Mo from the Three Stooges. Like, it was horrible.
No.
No, not correct. All right, well, what is haircut then for your one-word weekend?
I went to a hair salon to get my hair cut, and the stylist did the exact opposite of what I told her to do.
They always do.
And she shaved the back of my head.
Oh, that's all in.
Wait, you had to know that was happening because she gets out, the cutters or whatever. You should have known, okay, this is happening. You could have stopped
You're
her,
blaming
right?
the victim here, Rock.
No.
She was using the clippers to cut my hair while using like a comb, like what they do with scissors, except for she was using. So I didn't know she was shaving the back of my head.
Yeah, because she's asking you questions about your week, how you been, what's going on, snip, snip, snip. Oh, I just got out of a long-term relationship, snip, snip, snip. I'm kind of sad about it, but you know what? I'm going to date his brother, snip, 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 because that's how things at salons go.
Well, so, Robin, how do you feel about your haircut? Like, are you embarrassed to be seen out in public? Is it that bad?
I told the stylist to fix my hair, and she said I picked that haircut, so it was on me, but I didn't.
Man.
So I ended up paying for the haircut anyways, and then I left and went to a different stylist who fixed my hair.
Oh, that's the worst. You know what? You need the song that we had Tasha Layton do, Look What You've Done. It's just about this. It's this exact scenario where you ask for something and they do it completely different. So here you go. It's Tasha Layton doing the parody song that we wrote for her to do, Look What You've Done, and it's about getting that bad haircut.
Okay.
Look what you've done. How could you cut so much? You should be ashamed of yourself. I look just like a Keebler elf. Looking in the mirror now, I can see a color in my roots of. All I needed was a touch of. All I can say is really blue, yuck. Look what you've done. Look what you've done to me. You cut my hair so short, my husband won't believe it's me. Look at me now. You say you made me new. This is nothing like the picture that I brought to you. Oh, just look what you've done.
No! What do you got?
Freedom.
Freedom. Okay, I would initially say you watched Braveheart, like a Braveheart marathon. Freedom! But I'm going to say you're going to have that scenario where you were the one yelling, freedom! Because your parents took the kids for the weekend. And you were like, freedom!
Nope.
No? Okay. Betty Lou.
I think that you have been nursing back to health a bald eagle that you found, okay? And it finally came time for you to release him. And you called him Bob the Bald Eagle.
Nice.
And you didn't want to let him go, but you said, you know what? We all deserve freedom.
Freedom.
And you let him go and watched him like fly off into the distance.
As awesome as that sounds, no.
Okay. Well, Dawn, what does freedom mean for you?
Freedom, this weekend, I do correctional ministry, and for the last 12 weeks, we've been doing a freedom study with our ladies, and we had our freedom conference on Saturday, and it was the most amazing, inspiring, Holy Spirit-filled place you could ever imagine.
Did you set anyone free? Like as part of the Freedom Festival? Like one person should get out at that point, right?
You know what? I would have opened the door for every one of those ladies that attended that conference.
Well, let's check her credentials before we let Dawn back in there.
We're letting them spiritually free.
Exactly. No, in all seriousness, I love that you're doing this. I have a prison story in my own family, and so the difference that you guys make by putting yourselves in there with these people is amazing. So thank you for what you do, because that's awesome. You're giving them a gift. They might not be free physically, but you can actually help give them freedom spiritually and mentally. So thank you.
Yes, no, it's an honor. My dad went in prison when I was growing up, and so it's something that God has placed on my heart because that didn't define him.
Monday School is a chance for Wally to share what he learned at church and prove that he went.
All right, who's going to do Monday School today? Nose goes. Oh, Betty Rock, because I was traveling this weekend. So what do you got? What'd you learn
So he
at church?
can't prove that he went to church,
Exact
actually.
opposite. I'm proving I didn't.
And I love, too, that you sent me a text on Sunday morning early, like, hey, I'll see you tomorrow when you do your Monday School. It's like your little way of reminding me.
I sent you a TikTok, too, like just like, hey, this is fun. You should do this with the cats. And, but looking forward to your Monday School. Did it work?
Yes, I did it.
All right, what do you got?
All right, so we've been talking about hunger pains, which is interesting because you're like, what? You talk about that at the lunchroom, not
and
at church.
She's always hungry.
Yeah, oh yeah, all the time. It's easy for us to tell when we need to eat. Our stomach starts growling, and we can't think of anything but eating. I know that's the case for me. But how can we tell when our souls are empty? Sometimes we can get so used to the symptoms of a hungry soul that we've become numb to it, going about our day until eventually life catches up with us. Maybe we find ourselves yelling at someone behind the wheel, or we're just angry, and we see just how far away from God we really are. So I want to give you a few symptoms of a hungry soul, because I mean, your soul's not going to growl.
I love it.
But
this
there's
is
a
great.
different way of doing it. Okay, so a couple of things are, the first one, you start to lose grace for others, meaning you find yourself being judgmental of others quickly.
All right, check. I'm doing a little checklist here.
Okay.
Hungry soul checklist.
Yep.
I got that one.
Okay. Number 2, you find yourself running low on joy. Joy is being happy no matter the circumstances, but instead you find yourself complaining more than being thankful.
Check. How many of these are
3.
there? I'm 2 for 3 right now. Okay.
And finally, number 3, you feel yourself feeling hopeless.
Come on, man.
So you've lost faith in God's ability to do anything. You feel like this is it, this is how it's going to be, and I'm done. If you find yourself, like Wally, experiencing one of those symptoms, it could be that you need to spend more time with God.
Check.
So the first 3 fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, and peace. And we can't receive those gifts that Jesus died to give us if we don't spend time with him. And I think most of us would agree.
Yeah.
If we can feel that joy, if we can feel that peace that he's promised us, life would be a lot easier. And in Matthew 7:7, he says, keep on asking and you will receive what you ask for. Keep on seeking and you will find. Keep on knocking and the door will be open to you. So true life is found only in Christ. All we need to do is act like it, and we start feeling those hunger pains lessen and lessen.
There you go. That is a really applicable Monday school for some of the people in this room. Nicely done. And all of that from her 4-hour church. That's awesome.
Not 4 hours. It's easy to let the fear of the unknown keep us from doing something that is good for us. But going back to school might not be quite what you think.
Yeah, one of my biggest fears going back to school was I'd have to watch a ton of online lectures, and I kind of have a problem staying awake during stuff like that. But it was so different than I had imagined and way better.
Yeah, for sure. I thought I was going to have to take a bunch of tests, which I am not a fan of. But instead, I was able to write papers, which for me was way better.
Plus, you have the flexibility to work in school around your work and life schedule. Another big fear I had is, what if I don't understand something? What do I do?
Yeah, CCU, they foster community with your classmates, and they are a great resource. And Colorado Christian University has very responsive online professors who are there to help you so you are never alone as an online student at CCU.
Learn more about how you can pursue your passion and find your calling with Colorado Christian University at ccu.edu. Colorado Christian University is a nonprofit impact partner committed to cultivating the mind without compromising the heart.
With so much drama in the news,
I hate drama, so there you go.
You love drama.
I know I do, right?
this is a drama-free zone. It's news-ish on The Wally Show.
Every year around this time, I could see that look in my wife's eyes that just brought terror into my soul. It was Christmas card time. She always wanted to do the perfect Christmas card with the perfect photo, the unique caption, and all of this she wanted me to do. Like it was my job to come up with the caption, come up with the idea.
Well, because you're the creative one.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on me, and I'm in a job where I'm trying to be creative every day for everyone else, and then it's like, and I don't really. Like, Christmas cards are not my thing.
Yeah.
So then I'm having to do something I don't want to do. Ooh. Yeah. And so it was always tricky. There was so much pressure, and I did not like it. Now I love that she has come to the dark side, and I don't think she's done a Christmas card in like the last 2 years.
Hey!
Or if she has, she just got like a stock one and wrote something in it. I don't even know. I have no idea. I'm so thrilled about that. But if you're not at that point yet, it's glorious. You'll get there. But here are some tips to help you with your Christmas card this year. Remember, it's not a thank you note. It's not a condolence note. It's a holiday greeting about the festivities of the year. And they're like, think about the fact that your sentiment should match kind of like how you are and stick to the positives as best you can. Because no one wants a depressing like Christmas note. Well, been a lot of death in the family this year. Because people do that. They do the year updates. Have you seen that, Rob?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
It's a place for you to like brag, but it doesn't, you can get away with it.
Right. Or some people just tell you everything that's gone wrong throughout the whole year. You're
Grandma has
Yeah, exactly. Not the place for that on the thing, because people want to be uplifted by your card. You can call them or email them with the other stuff. So that's one thing. They always talk about, having a good caption. And so they gave some suggestions. Like if you struggle with the caption, because that's where the whole thing starts. But there's like, good tidings to you wherever you are this season. No one says good tidings.
No.
I'm not gonna do that one. May you experience the light and laughter, the warmth of love, and the joy of gratitude this season and beyond.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wow. It's a mouthful.
May this time of year shine light on your blessings and bring a few new ones to you in the coming year. Okay. You know what? Just use AI at this point. Just have AI do your entire card for you. It probably will be better and faster. This one, because we always had to create our own. This was one of my best. You can steal it if you like. We took a selfie of my family, like on a Christmas selfie. Here's a selfie. And my caption was, have your selfie a merry little Christmas. Boom! That one was gold.
You don't see AI putting out something like that.
No, you do not. So that one you are free to steal if you choose to. And then when should you mail them? They're like, right now is the time you should actually be mailing them. Like getting Christmas cards after Christmas, I just threw those out.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't care enough to do it beforehand. I don't want to know what's going on with your family.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
just throw
Now's
them
the
out.
time. Like if you've been planning to send out those Christmas cards, but you're like barely through, call in people to help you get the stamps on, address them, and get them out.
This is the week they say that
Yep.
by the rules of etiquette, you should be getting your cards out. So there you go. A little added pressure for you, but at least you have a deadline now.
Why are we wasting our time with these old people anyway?
Did you just call me old?
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. Got a chance for you to win a Christmas present here with famous ages. We try to stump each other with the ages of different celebrities and well-known personalities. And when we reveal their actual age, you write that down. And if you can get the ages added together from both segments, but make sure you're listening to both segments, you can win a present. And today we are doing famous ages. They all have to be people that were in Christmas movies. And so there's a whole bunch of those, a whole lot of options. Lady Rock, I love your taste in Christmas movies. Very old, classic. I'm curious where you went on this.
I went to one that was a cartoon. It was released back in the 90s. It was one that I grew up with. I loved it. It was about a little calf, a cow, that wanted to be Santa's reindeer. It was called Annabelle's Wish.
Oh my gosh.
And it was narrated by Randy Travis.
Okay.
He is a well-known
country singer. Okay.
Is that
How old do you think Randy Travis is?
Oh.
Plays the role of Billy.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
The 90s. Yeah. I always get, I'm not sure of how long the 90s were ago. We got 20 years now, 23 back. Oh gosh, I can't do math. Under pressure.
Randy Travis. I know new age country so much better than this.
Old age?
Yeah, old age country. All right, I'm going to say Randy Travis is 74.
Ooh.
Okay.
74. I went with 71.
Oh, okay. We're both in the same ballpark. How old is Randy
Well,
Travis?
you're both a bit off.
Oh, no.
How off?
He's 64 years
Oh,
old.
nuts. That's a good one for Rock. Okay, you just gained 10 years on us because we're trying to get golf scores. So Randy Travis, RT, 64 is the actual age. Make sure you write that down, okay? Gavin, who is your person?
I went with Mr. Santa Claus himself, Tim Allen.
Nuts!
Is that what you went?
It's one I didn't look up.
Oh.
I looked up so
you
many.
were just Googling a bunch of
I was
things.
Googling because I was trying to decide who I wanted to go with. And I meant to look up Tim Allen, and I did not. Darn it. Okay. I have my guess. Rock, how old do you think he is?
I'm going to go with 68.
That's exactly what I said.
Really?
68. Oh, my goodness. Gavin, how'd we do?
He is 70 years old, so
okay.
Good
close.
round for you guys.
So right now, Betty Rock is sitting here really good, sitting at, what, 2, I think you have?
Yeah.
Nice. Me, 12, Gavin, 7. But anyway, those numbers aren't important. Just remember the ages of Randy Travis and Tim Allen, the actual ages of them. And then you're going to add them with mine here in 10 minutes, and you could win a prize. I wrote down a whole bunch. I wasn't sure where I was going to go originally, and so I was trying to figure it out.
I don't like this.
I don't either.
I do not like this. Gavin will agree with me. You cheat when you do that.
No, don't you research different people that you want to pick? That's what I did.
Yes, but I settled
That's what I
on
did.
one.
Then that's what I've done.
No,
that's what I've done. That's what I did. Like, I have one. I had just looked through a bunch.
But did you settle on one after you heard mine and Gavin's?
No, I did not. I already had it. I already had it beforehand.
Okay.
And it is Papa Elf. Papa Elf from Elf, you know, the one who's narrating the story. His name is Bob Newhart.
Yes.
And at the end, Will Ferrell is sitting on his lap.
Yeah.
And so that's Papa Elf. So how old is Papa Elf, Bob Newhart? He was actually a famous comedian.
Really?
Back in the day. Yeah. Yeah. And he had a TV show called The Newhart Show, too. Or The Bob Newhart Show. So
I'm going to say he's 83.
83. Gavin.
I'm hoping. I'm 10 years below that at 73.
73.
I feel like I'm going to be wrong.
Gavin is pretty much just taking himself out of this game.
Fine. That's fine.
Yeah, because Bob Newhart is, what did you say, Rock?
I said 83.
83 years old is not right.
Oh.
He is 94.
Oh, my.
What does that do to the
Atlanta.
score, Gavin? I might be
mean-
too far off. It's
No,
so close.
I think you're good.
Am I good? I won! I won by one!
By one.
I never win this game. Oh, I just destroyed Betty. Okay, so now you have a chance to win a prize right now. Oh, this feels so good. Can I just take it in for a minute?
Bask in it.
Yeah, just for 1 second. Oh,
okay, that's
so
enough.
good.
That's
All right,
ridiculous.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Seconds
I need 2
over.
seconds. That was so good. Because Betty wins this game a lot. So, all right. So now,
By one. You won by one.
still a win.
A
No
win
one
is a
cares
win.
about the score. So now you have to add the actual age of 94 of Bob Newhart, Papa Elf, to the actual ages that Betty Rock and Gavin had with their people that they put up. If you can do that, you can win a Christmas present right now. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM.
Why are we wasting our time with these old people anyway?
You just call me old.
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. Miranda, welcome to Famous Ages. How are you?
I'm good.
Now, Miranda, your job is to tell us what the actual ages are when added together after they were revealed of Bob Newhart, Tim Allen, and Randy Travis. They were all people in Christmas movies. And so can you do that?
I think so. I really just want to know, though, how Tim Allen is older than Randy Travis.
I know. Isn't that weird? And you know that because you listened very carefully. Yeah, Tim Allen was 70 years old and Randy Travis is 64.
Yeah, I was way off on his age.
So together, what did you come up with?
228.
228 is 220 right. Nicely done, girl.
Thank you.
So you were surprised by Randy Travis. That was Betty Rocks that she put up from, what is the Christmas story?
Annabelle's Wish. It's about a little cow that wants to be Santa's reindeer.
Of
So
all the
sweet.
Christmas stories, I've never heard of that one. But in fairness, you'd never heard of Emmett Otter's Jugman Christmas.
No.
Which somebody emailed me and told me it's on Prime, and so I will be watching that again this year.
Nice.
So we like to have a little fun here, and we try to guess your age right now by one question.
All right, Miranda, what was your favorite Christmas movie growing up?
Growing up, it was probably A Christmas Story, so that's not
Nuts.
really going to help
It
you.
doesn't help at all because they've been running that since whatever year that came out, 24 hours a day on TBS on Christmas Day. I'm not a fan of that movie. I think I might be
I
the only
love it.
person that doesn't really like
The
it.
dad is the best part of that whole movie. He cracks me up.
Yeah, all right. So let's see if we can guess this.
I'm going to say, Miranda, you're 42. 42 years young.
I went 48. And so I'm not sure. So Miranda, who's
Ouch.
closer? Ouch. Oh, we're both off. How bad is it?
I will be 47 on Friday.
Oh! I was right there. I was in the ballpark.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say like you're 27, and I was like way off. But this isn't bad at all.
Once again, Wally wins by one.
Yeah, I'm killing this today. Well, Miranda, thank you for being on the show with us. We have a Christmas present for you because you won the game, and you're pretty stinking amazing. So thank you.
Thank you.
The Bible say in 2nd Deuteronomy of the book of Jericho that the eye for the tooth and the tooth for the people, and everybody who got the eye, you punch them in it. What? I can tell you don't read the Bible.
Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show. And one of the important things that we do here as part of the ministry of Way FM is make sure that people who want a Bible can get one for free. You know, no questions asked. You need a Bible? Here you go. Just text the word Bible to 91979 and you will get one. And we love packing those things and sending them out. It's always a fun thing. We all get together and do that and pray over the Bibles. And then, the other part of this I love is because it's expensive to send out all these Bibles. People hear this and they choose to support the ministry of Way FM, and people go, oh, yeah, I'll do your next Bible mailing for $2,000 and stuff. It's like, oh, awesome. Thank you for that. So it makes a difference, and we're thankful for the people that help make that happen as well. From time to time, we like to share our knowledge of the Bible to see if we could spend a little more time in it ourselves. So Gavin has a quiz for Betty Rock and me, and we'll see who can do better. Who has spent more time in their Bible recently?
We'll see.
All right, name is your buzzer, and again, multiple choice. Which prophet did God tell to eat a scroll?
Eat a scroll?
Eat a scroll.
Oh.
Very weird.
Okay, that is weird.
This is between Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and Daniel.
Oh, wow.
Betty.
Yeah, go.
I have no idea. Jeremiah.
Okay, no.
I'm going to say Daniel because they were supposed to eat other things that the king wanted them to eat, and they refused to. That's how they ended up in the lion's den. Or no, wait, that was Shadrach,
Wow.
Meshach,
See,
and
this is
Abednego.
what happens when you try to
I'm
brag.
right. right. I'm right.
Daniel and the Lions.
Yeah,
Dan.
okay, I'm
but
right.
when you try to brag,
Yeah.
because you're like, okay, I think it was Daniel because blah, 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 blah. Just say the
Please
answer.
tell me
That's
I'm
all
right.
we're looking for.
You're wrong.
No!
So it was Ezekiel. If you want to look that up, that's in Ezekiel 3.
Okay.
Super random. Never
That is weird.
had heard that one before. Next question is, which apostle was a tent maker? Andrew, Thomas, or Paul?
Oh, these are hard today.
Betty.
Oh, Wally. I'm really slow.
Thomas.
No.
No, because you would think Thomas the tent maker, because
Yeah.
it'd be a catchy
work.
little logo. I was gonna go Andrew. I don't know. No, Andrew's a fisherman. No. I know Andrew was a fisherman because I watched The Chosen. I'm gonna go.
See, this is where he starts bragging.
I know.
again.
I'm gonna have to go with Paul, even though he was a
Paul even
persecutor
an option?
of the Christians. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
It's
the
gonna be
last
funny
one.
if you said something else.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Paul.
It was Paul.
Yes!
That's in Acts 18. Some stuff I've never even
Exactly.
known.
And that's why we talk about this stuff. It's things that you sometimes forget about the Bible. You jump back in there. Betty Rock obviously need to spend a little more time in there, and we'll make sure that she gets another free Bible.
Okay.
And so if you want to have a free Bible for you or for someone that you know, it's really easy. Just text the word Bible to 91979 and we'll send you one.
Breaking news can be heartbreaking. So, we like to do news-ish on The Wally Show.
What you got, Gavin?
Quick poll around the room. Who has their tree up and when did you put it up?
I have my tree up, and it went up way early. It went up before Thanksgiving, which I normally am not a fan of.
Sure.
My rule has always been after Thanksgiving, like the weekend after, fine. But we were traveling. My mom was here. We wanted to have her have a Christmas tree, and so we put it up way early this year. But I gotta say though, I didn't hate it. I did not hate it.
I had to do children's church the other day, and I asked this one kid, I was like, oh, when did you put up your Christmas tree this weekend? And they're like, oh, no, my Christmas tree is out all the time. And I was like, oh.
Really?
One of those kids.
They're one of those kids that they're
Yeah.
like, they decorate the tree and make it like Easter themed or
Yeah.
Halloween
That's
themed.
fine.
Yeah.
I like that personally.
We
but
put a tree in our room this year, and my wife was like, I could
2
leave
trees.
this up all year. And I'm like, fine. Like, if that's
Just
nice.
one less thing for you to crawl up in the attic.
Exactly. I'm like, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. Rock, do you have a tree up yet?
I don't.
Are you going to?
I don't think I'm going to put one up this year. I just
no.
don't know where I'd put it.
Are you
and
okay?
I've got 2 cats. They might climb on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well-
are you going to do any other decorating?
No.
What in the world?
Grinch? Wow.
If you want to come over and do it for me, that'd be great.
Lazy.
Well, according to the tradition of Advent, which do you guys know what Advent actually is?
It's
Yeah,
the
it's the
time
calendar
leading up
thing.
to
And you get
Jesus'
candy.
birth. Well, it's
Oh.
more than that.
It's let's say both of those things. You're right about the religious
Yeah.
description of it. You're right about the candy and the calendar. But according to the tradition of Advent, this last Sunday was traditionally the right time to put up a Christmas tree.
Oh.
Apparently that's just something that's been all around.
Okay.
I personally, I'm not one to say there's a right time, there's a wrong time.
Is yours up?
Oh yeah, it's been up before Thanksgiving. My wife.
Before Thanksgiving, too?
Yeah, we used to put ours up in October.
You did that. I was very suspect of that.
Yeah, you judged me hard on that one.
Yeah.
So let's say this last Sunday was the correct quote unquote time to put it up. There's actually apparently a correct time to take it down.
Please let me know when this is, because for me it's the 26th. I'm ready to get rid of it literally the day after.
Okay, the correct day to take the Christmas tree down is January 6th, which is the last day of the 12 days of Christmas.
Oh, it is? The 12 days
I
of
guess
Christmas
so.
go into January?
This is all brand new information to me as of today.
Weird math.
But now, I can plan accordingly.
Okay, yeah. If you have your thing up into January, your Christmas tree up, no. That's a no. That's a foul.
Let people have their cheer.
I cannot.
Stop
I cannot.
being a Grinch.
No, I have a tree.
Nah.
You don't even have a tree.
Grinch.
Well, hopefully this will at least help you win your side of the argument, because now you have tradition on your side if you have someone in your family that has differing opinions on when the tree should go up or down. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show, and I don't know if you have people in your life that hold you back, but I do. I try to do things and be kind and do nice things for people, but I have people in my life that are like, nope, don't do it. Don't Nope. And that happened recently. I was talking to Betty Rock and Gavin, and my wife happened to be here too. And I was like, I want to find out a way to give my McDonald's lady a Nubia, who I just love. Like, she's so kind and so positive and happy. She makes everybody, not just my life, she makes this world a better place.
I will admit that for being a drive-through person, she has the best attitude
100%.
of anyone I've ever seen.
If every drive-through had her in it, they would be wildly successful.
Yeah.
And the world would be a better place. So I'm like, I wanted, give her some money or something for Christmas. I saved some money this year, and I was like kind of sharing it with people. That was my goal. And so then I was like, yeah, and so I want to do that. And then I'm like, I'm not trying to do it without looking creepy. And my wife was like, oh, yeah, no, that's creepy. I'm like, how is that creepy being nice?
Because it's you as a solo man driving up to the window.
Right.
Being like,
here's some money,
Nubia,
lady.
Yeah. I
Don't see the
appreciate you. Here is a present.
Yes.
She doesn't even know you.
She does.
No, she does. I know that you think
she knows
does.
my name.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it's Sir. Hello, Sir.
There you go. From Sir to...
Yeah. So, I mean, it's weird. This is the thing. I hate that we live in this world. I hate that we live in this world that is so judgmental and so skeptical and filled with cynics. Man, it just kills me. Because it's the least cynical person on this show. This kills me. The least
cynical.
It kills me that I have to live in a world where I cannot just be kind to somebody without people thinking of ulterior motives or judging it. Yeah. How do you feel now?
I still stand by what I said. There's no way to give her a gift without coming across as creepy.
Okay, well, let's get some help from some people who have good hearts. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. What would be a way that I could give Nubia a gift? Like, I don't know. I mean, I could do a gift card. It's not so much about the gift. Card. That would be funny. It's not so much about the gift, but it's like, okay, because I want it to be either a gift card or money. Something she could use. To bless somebody else in her life, And so how can I give this lady, who is not my wife, a gift like this without it being creepy?
Yeah, a drive-through employee.
But she's awesome. She's meant a lot to me.
No, she does a great job, but maybe just a word of encouragement is enough.
No, that's not enough. 855-33-WAY-FM. Look at all the non-cynical people. Our phone lines, every line is lit up right now, Gavin. Look at that. Because there are people that love Christmas and they love Jesus, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Or they're just telling you shouldn't do this.
Yeah. Oh, that could be
calling you a creep.
855-33-WAY-FM is the number. We'll take your thoughts on this right now. A, do you think that's creepy? And B, if so, what should I do?
I do not think that it is creepy at all. I have worked in fast food a couple times, and there's been people that has, especially around Christmas, that has tipped me, and that's what it's called. It's you tipping her. And it is very appreciated.
Kelsey, how did they deliver it? Like, did they just give it to you in like a Christmas card? Did they send it by themselves? Like, was it just one lone man that would tip you and be like, here is a Christmas card?
Around the holidays, it's families or just single people by themselves. I've never thought anything about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my shirt on. Like, it's like you
exactly. I was like, unless you add extra stuff, like, can I get your number, or what are you doing after work? Now that makes it really creepy.
100%.
But if you are saying, Merry Christmas, I hope that this helps you. You deserve it. You make my day every single time I come through here. It's not going to come off creepy.
The interaction will literally be the normal interaction of about 35 seconds at best, and then I'm gone. So okay,
you will make her day.
Kelsey, thank you.
I will tell you that.
It's so nice to hear some normal perspective from somebody. So thank you.
You're welcome, and that makes my day that there's people that are like that want to help people out like that.
Thank you, Kelsey. You are too kind. Well, hey, I hope you have a great rest of your day and a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Y'all too.
Tiffany, what should I do? Is it creepy?
Kindness is never creepy.
Thank you.
You don't let Betty Rock be your Scrooge.
Thank you. Thank you so much. She's always been my Scrooge.
No, kindness is always the best thing. And I would say it's not creepy at all if you gave her I don't know, like a winter hat or something that could be even useful to her in the drive-thru or something like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And you just tell her, I appreciate your joyful spirit, and I wanted you to know that I saw it and I appreciate it, and it means something to me, and Merry Christmas.
There you
I don't
go.
think that's weird at all.
That's good. I'll get a card that says "I see you" and have it have
No.
wait, let me finish and have it maybe play that song from Hall & Oates.
Don't do that. No. See, this is what I'm working with.
People in my life that were like, "That's creepy," and it shouldn't be, right?
It should not be, but I think the best way to go about it is get with her manager. That way they can celebrate her success, you can celebrate her success, and it's a little less creepy.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, but then do I trust the manager? I don't know.
My gosh.
I don't know the manager.
I think you should be present.
And then I can make a spectacle of it.
Yeah, because you always like to be the center of attention.
I do like that. So, yeah. But that's not what this
Wally
is about.
style. Go a little over the top, and it's going to be great.
There you go. I love it, Katie. That is great advice, and I really appreciate the help today. And who knows, maybe she panics, realizes she didn't give me anything, and I walk out of that place with a free McRib. You know, wouldn't be the worst thing to happen that day.
Exactly.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.
Uplifting Way FM. This is The Rock Report with Betty Rock.
In the year 1990, it sounds like I'm talking about history, but 1990's holiday film Home Alone has become a major Christmas classic for many families around the world. Kevin! In the film, Kevin McAllister is left home alone after his family accidentally left him behind. So he runs to the grocery store to get a few things, and he ends up running a bill of $19.83. Do you remember what he bought in that shopping spree?
I don't.
Well, he bought things like a loaf of Wonder Bread, a frozen TV dinner, toilet paper, and Tide laundry detergent.
Okay, all makes sense.
So someone took it upon themselves to post a TikTok video of them going to the grocery store and buying the very same things that Kevin bought in the movie.
Oh, that's funny.
Just to see how much it would come to.
Because I've seen, like, every year people do this with the 12 Days of Christmas, and it's like $140,000, whatever. And so this is one I've never seen done. That's funny. What is it?
It came to $63.73.
Inflation!
That's
Inflation.
a big difference. And then someone also pointed out that because the movie took place in Chicago, Kevin would have had to pay a small bag fee if he wanted to take the groceries home with him.
Our world. Unbelievable.
Oh. In related news, Macaulay Culkin recently received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame last week, and his Home Alone mom, actress Catherine O'Hara, was there to support him.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was a beautiful moment for all, but many online were surprised to hear Macaulay's voice, and I will agree, it's not what you would expect.
In the spirit of the holiday season, I just want to say Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Wow, his voice never changed.
And I believe he's in his 40s.
Yeah, from the time he grew up, like his voice sounds the same.
I feel like it was deeper in the movie when he was 10 years old.
Yeah, what happened there? Oh, that is odd to hear that.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised.
Yeah.
Which to me, if you see the video, he looks healthy.
Yeah.
And that I'm happy for.
Because he had a battle.
I have seen him before in the past where he looked like he was on death's door.
Yeah.
But he looks so much better these days.
Yeah, he didn't come through child stardom he didn't come through it unscathed.
Yeah.
And to see him on the other side of that is actually really good. So there you go. That's going to do it for your Rock Report. Thank you, Lady Rock. Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show. And we've talked about this on the show before, like tip fatigue, where every time you turn around, there's somebody turning around a display going, oh, just fill out the thing here. And like, even when they've done nothing except take your order, it's like everyone wants a tip for everything. Well, there was this guy who was looking at his receipt from going out to a restaurant over the weekend, and he saw a 3% kitchen appreciation and education surcharge. And it said so that the kitchen crew can share in the success of the restaurant.
No.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
This goes back to what I have said before. When did I become the manager of your restaurant?
Exactly.
Because it is not my job to keep them excited about their... You don't see anybody tipping me, keeping me coming.
No, it's like you have to do your job. And so, like, everyone is just creating all these surcharges and weird holdovers from COVID. I think a lot of this started in COVID. There was the same guy recognized on another receipt, 3% charge for supply chain problems. Like, that was a COVID issue big time. Look, raise your prices then. But if if we raise our prices, people won't come. But then you keep hiding different surcharges in that no one seems to know what they truly mean. Car dealers, for the longest time, $3,000 to $5,000 over MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price. They're like, supply chain problems. Sorry.
No.
Like, well, sorry, I'm not buying your car.
And I'm sorry that if you're the manager of a restaurant, you're like, look, this is what we've got to do. But the problem is there are other managers that are taking, they're hurting us. Like, they're taking advantage of us, and we're sick to death of it. And I'm sorry that you have to pay the consequences, but we can't tell who's being honest and who isn't.
Yeah, and it's going to be a thing where there's, eventually people will only take so much of that. And it should always be optional. Like, if you wanted to come to me and say, hey, would you like to donate a little extra something for somebody? I'm probably going to go, yeah, sure. You know, but when you put it on my bill
and make me do
then
it,
now I'm upset by it. So it's the principle of the thing. So I am curious. A lot of this stuff feels like COVID holdovers to me. Have you, out in the real world, in the wild, like this guy, seen different companies adding surcharges to your bill for different things that maybe you didn't understand or expect? I'm real curious if this is still prevalent and happening a lot, or was this kind of an isolated incident? 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. I'd love to hear if you've had a surcharge that seemed odd added on to something that you've purchased lately. 855-33-WAY-FM. Have you seen weird surcharges in something recently, Andrea?
We did. Local restaurant here in our town had the same thing. It was a 4% kitchen charge.
And I think the part that really bothers me is it's not up front and it's on your bill. It's a small little thing that you may or may not see. Most people probably don't see it, and they just pay it. And it's like trying to sneak it by there. Put a big sign up when I walk in. At least be above board about it. That is way better than having, a surcharge added on to your customer.
Especially when they make you pay those charges and then the customer service wasn't even
It wasn't better.
Great.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, no. Our customer service was terrible. The waitress never came. And then I think they must have got a bunch of flack for it, because then a couple months later, when we came back, they'd taken away the 4%.
That's the only way businesses are going to be held accountable, is if people speak up and say, no, I don't appreciate this, I'm not doing this, or you stop going to that restaurant. You don't put the genie back in the bottle. Do you think you're ever not going to pay $10 for a meal at Chick-fil-A again? Like, $9.99 was what I paid the other day for a meal. Now, the upside of them is they do give you great service and the food is great, and I pay it. But if they were to tack on an extra kitchen surcharge or any kind of weird surcharge after the fact, I wouldn't go there anymore. These are definitely some COVID holdovers that I think need to go away.
I agree 100%.
We're having this conversation online. James said that he went to a buffet restaurant and was charged a convenience fee.
Oh, come on. Now, if there was an unbuckling your pants fee, fine. I get it. If you're going to do that for me, yeah.
Nicole said that they went to a restaurant, her and her husband, and they split a meal. And because they split a meal, they were charged for sharing that meal.
That's just wrong. Like, if it's at a place like a buffet, I get it, because then you're just filling the thing up. Like, I understand, like, they don't want you sharing at a buffet. But at a regular restaurant, absolutely not.
That's
if I don't
your
feel
call.
if I don't want to eat everything that's there, my wife gets kids' meals everywhere. And most places don't give you a hard time about it because it's the right portion for her. But a lot of places, not a lot, but some places will be like, I'm sorry, it's 12 and under. And then it gets embarrassing.
But then you can say, I identify as 12
As a 12-year-old, exactly. All right, Brian, have you seen like a weird surcharge?
Yeah, we went to a Waffle House, and we noticed they added 20% for to-go orders.
No. Why in the world?
It said, so 10% went to the person that prepared your food, and the other 10% was just a miscellaneous charge.
That is insanity. If Waffle House charged me 20% and they labeled it a cleaning fee, I would pay it. I would pay it in a heartbeat. But no.
And did you tip on top of that?
Well, we were eating in. We just noticed it with while we were eating. I was like, well, I guess I'll never get to-go orders here from here again.
No, that's crazy. To run the thing up by 20%, that's insane, man.
Right. It's cheaper to go in and eat.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's costing them less because you're leaving. You're not spending time dirtying up the place.
Right.
That's a good one, but boy, I do want a waffle now. But I'll just go in. I'm going to go in. I'm not going to get it to go. Hey, Brian, thanks for the call, man.
Thanks for talking to me.
Well, that's the end, but it doesn't have to be. Check out our Aftercast. It's new stuff you didn't hear in the podcast. Be sure to rate us on iTunes as well as connect with us on social media. Just search Wally Show. And if you'd like to join our Facebook group made exclusively for you potties, the link is in the description of this podcast. Thanks to Colorado Christian University Online for supporting what we do.